Hello everyone, I heartily welcome to you all to our Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 as the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and the Commonwealth with its allies. So thank you for joining me in our tremendously good Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4 in the Together for Victory expansion and add-on. So we are playing on a veteran as well as with historical AR focuses. If you're new into the series or if you haven't checked out the first part, so go sure to do that. It's certainly fun, and we are in the 10th of December 1937. Playing the UK in the 10th of December 1937. The Spanish Civil War is still going, so it's a question of time when that's gonna end. We are gonna see. Well, but I'm quite certain that the fascists will come up victorious in that. We have done a major navy and army reorganization already. Therefore, for what are we waiting? We are waiting, just for things to happen, basically. Germany hasn't gone for the annexation of Austria. Now they are doing it. They are doing the Anschluss, where they will get, well, Austria in its entirety. So they'll get plus 11 civilian and the plus 6 military factories into their Reich. We have 48 civilian factories. We are equal in the civilian amount, but in the military amount we are far away from being equal to the Germans. Our puppets, which is also, well, I'm gonna tell the Indians to build more military factories in their region. They also can't cancel it because, well, their overlord is ordering to them too, and they have to execute the order, in other words. Yeah. Egypt should produce, well, they don't need that many civilian factories. They should rather focus on military ones. And these territories are controlled direct by the UK. And that's British Kenya, our puppets. They are forced to, well, produce military factories as well. And the British WWII, well, they are going for the provincial elections apparently. And Jordan is doing the army effort and Israel is doing the armor efforts. Well, I can't see the reason why they aren't doing the... Yeah, I can't tell them also. I don't know, why are they building civilian factories in the country when they have no military ones? That doesn't make sense though. Fine, whatever. Perhaps they, I don't know. Well, we can annex these countries at one point anyways. Here, if you see here, manage such, so we can demote them, for example. What's that? South Africa country. I don't know why they are gaining hit 500 demote. Integrated puppet, I don't know actually how I can demote them. For example, South Africa is... what are they even gaining? No idea. Well, they should help us here. We can't tell them sadly to build one because they are a Dominion, and a Dominion is partly independent. Yeah, let's not forget that. That a Dominion is partly independent. Yeah, they're probably in Spain. They're battling for Saragossa. So okay, yeah, we have sadly no intel on that combat. The Battle of Saragossa is on its way. And we still need 14.7 thousand infantry equipment for the British Armed Forces. So, it's a back and forth, a constant back and forth in the Spanish Peninsula. Actually, the Republicans have more troops than the fascists. I wouldn't expect that. Apparently, it's the case. Interesting. These are our static forces, which are just, well, static. It's Gibraltar. We have to fortify that. We have to fortify Gibraltar, so it doesn't fall to the Spanish. The Anschluss of Austria. After a successful coup d'etat by the local Nazi party in Vienna, German troops have crossed the Austrian border and taken control of the country. No fighting has been reported, and the German soldiers were greeted by cheering crowds in the cities. In a speech before a massive crowd at the Heldenplatz in Vienna, Hitler announced the Anschluss of Austria, annexing the country into Germany. The oldest eastern province of the German people shall be from this point on the newest bastion of the German Reich. Well, this violates the Versailles Treaty. This violates certainly the Versailles Treaty. That's not acceptable, is it? Let's go for the, well, cruisers here. Battle cruiser, we can't renown here. Sorry, cross heavy cruiser. And then for infantry, well, okay, that's okay. Let's go for here. Rickard's MG and Stocks mortar. It's a shame we don't have it already. Unbelievable. It's from 1918 and we don't have the MG here. Yeah. That's about Britain's supremacy. We have to set a focus. Let's pause here. The shadow scheme. General rearmament. Naval rearmament. -5%. That's always good, but I want to go here for the extra research slots. So, but I'll go for the general rearmament first. I'll need it at one point. So we are doing the general rearmament, where we get -5%. The war to end all wars. Well, okay. Well, we are doing we have a partial mobilization already. Oh wait, what's... Oh, I don't want to build factories for my vessels here. Well, of course as well, but I should prioritize my own industry, to be honest, not the industry of my vessels. So let's get these into the highest queue. I'd say we can finish it for here. Okay, it's finished. That went quick. Alright, interesting, nice. Yeah, Greater Northern Area, East Anglia and the East Midlands. We have to get more military factories. Now British Malaya has at least. They have. Nice, they have one. They have one military factory. That's superb. One. Well, that's something. But I don't know why aren't they... If they aren't using any for to produce, that's really weird. Malaya, well, whatever here. Malaysia in other words, yeah. Alright then, that's fine. Well, I think this area has to be fortified now. Because Siam will join the fascists and I don't want to lose... Yeah. Well... Siam should not be a problem, I think. Yeah. Siam shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, well, I really hope that the Republicans will turn the tide. I wish I could help them somehow, but I can't. Well, the only thing here, well, I really want to help the Republicans. Like, I would send even some volunteers, but I can't. As Britain simply cannot do that, which is a shame though, but we have to live with it, unfortunately. So, which political advisor should we get next? Well, we have to get certainly here a military high command one, as well as chief of army, so we have to pick something really precise and well thought as well. Let's check the German Air Force. 2000, well, like, won't be stronger than ours, you can be sure of that. I'll start producing Hurricanes. I'm producing them already. Great. Hurricanes Mark 1 even. We did upgrade them last time, don't forget. So go for the massive Hurricane production. Massive. The Brits will have the strongest air force in the world. That's for sure. The strongest air force in the world. After I got the battlefield concentration, I will go and get the proper bomber. Because yeah, the Halifax. We have to get the Halifax. That's what I want. The Halifax strategic bomber. After the Vickers MG, Indian, what's that? Indian National Congress triumphs in provincial elections. Let's select that first. In the recent local elections, the Indian National Congress has achieved an overwhelming majority for their platform of slow and ordered transition to local government and dominion status in the future. It appears that Indians have rejected the more radical policies advocated by Gandhi, who had argued for total break with Britain and absolute home rules as soon as possible. Do votes really change anything? Well, they do, they do. Well, they don't rigged, so they kind of do, don't they? 10,000 deficits, yeah. 25th of April. In the beginning of 1939, I will start readying my army. Oh, look there, my Egyptian vassal is starting to produce their own troops. That's nice. Proud of you. Here, East Midlands, West Midlands, Gloucestershire, alright. Rearmament is done. Max will go, I'll go for the Burma road. What's that? Should aid the Chinese in the struggle against Japan by constructing roads. But how are the Chinese doing actually? The Chinese are doing quite well, so yeah, they will get our aid. They'll get the aid. About 70 days just for one military factory. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest, just for one factory. Nah. Let's use it for my own. Here, for the shadow scheme. I wanna go for the Royal Ordnance factories, because that will give me 6 at once. And 6 military factories plus the research slot is a good thing. Really good thing. So, well, secure Iraq, secure Iran, embargo the USSR. Training Bastion protects US, will fortify Malta. I think I can fortify Malta. The shuttle scheme. Alright, I'm gonna queue in more military factories in the UK here. One in the Greater London area. Alright, Greater London area. And one in East Anglia then. Okay, that should take some while to finish these. Okay, the British WWII is steadily constructing military factories, therefore I'm gonna order them to construct more here. Or they should be, yeah, busy with it for a long time. British Malaya, they are doing it with whatever explanation. Yeah. Only the one who's following my task is the British WWII. In the rest I can't tell Sally what to do. Research all the way well. Let's go for the infantry offensive, or well, I don't have a mechanized army yet, so I think the infantry offensive will be the best thing. Yeah, always. Although I don't know. All infantry motorized mechanized. I'm gonna go for the left. I don't know, the left or right. Tanks. Supply consumption, night assault tactics. Land night attack. Yeah, alright. Let's go for that. Yeah. 3 military factories for now. More, I would say I need certainly more fighters. Yeah. More Hurricane Mark 1s. We have to ensure air supremacy over France as well as over the German Reich. The width like the interval bomber, that's a shameful bomber there. Fire convoy. The home fleet, yeah, our home fleet is getting stronger and bigger. That's good, that's good. The home fleet is here. Insufficient resources. We need oil. Well, let's get from the Soviet Union then. Fine, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Getting that from the Soviet Union, that's fine. Alright. Republicans, come on, go ahead, push. Well, the Republicans have certainly more troops here. I wish I could help them. We need... your country is not allowed to send volunteer forces. Free. We can't give them land lease. We can, but we need world tension to be at 50%. And I think... I don't know if the Chinese may win or not. Well, I certainly hope the Chinese will win. If you check the Chinese army, it's far more powerful than the Japanese one. Let's not forget about Manchukuo. They are weak at that point of view. About Mengoku, they are puppets. They are a integrated puppet of Japan, so they cannot break away. The People's Republic of China is a member of the Chinese United Front. That's good. Alright. The Soviet Union has sent volunteers to the Bureau of China. Oh, Japan has launched an offensive. That's not good here. The solar scheme is done. Straight ahead, continue. Here for the industrial. Actually, we can develop New Zealand. Yeah, let's aid New Zealand here. Actually, okay, let's aid. Yeah, let's help New Zealand. I'll be so kind and develop all of my Commonwealth countries. Well, all of the British Commonwealth countries, but they have to produce, of course, troops, which they are not doing right now. Look, New Zealand has 8 military factories, while Austria has only 4. Can somebody explain me that's inequality of military production? I really don't know. Yeah, our number of military factories are steadily rising, which I really like. Yeah, I'm gonna add more into Sussex and Cornwall. We have none there. Build some there as well. Right. This has to be finished first. Alright, Wales, Sussex, Cornwall. So we are doing a major rearmament as the United Kingdom. Currently, yeah, the Germans are still, they are demanding currently the Sudeten lands. But the French are going with Britain. That's good. I want to help the French. So these 10 divisions will be spared and sent into the French territory, into the Maginot Line, to ensure that the French don't lose it. Because I saw the AI losing the Maginot Line so often. Therefore, they'll be sent to the Maginot Line. And to see it right, a counter-attack, a counter-offensive by the Republicans. I seeing it right, but now the fascists have the upper hand once more. So the Civil War is always changing, well, sides of who's winning and who's losing there. It's really, well, a problematic war, certainly. Our heavy one more we got after 70 days, that's about that. Yeah, let's stockpile Hurricanes, no reads, yeah, always Hurricanes. Because we have to get air supremacy, complete air supremacy. These are quite out of date fighters. Hurricane we have as well. They're upgrading a thing, that's the thing, yeah, they're upgrading. Kind of, I guess. Well, we are filling the gaps of our infantry equipment, and we have a manpower pool of 220,000. But let's get a war industrialist. Which will be helpful because we are, well, constructing more and more military factories. And then I'm gonna research, yeah, okay, that's out of time. Artillery, yeah, we need that, although, yeah, the Matilda tank. The fourth international, well, whatever. How many internationals will there be, certainly? How many? Please tell me. Well, war is still far ahead, far away, so we don't have to worry about war right now. France want to join allies, yes or no? Of course. The world is growing increasingly unsafe. Britain and France remain bastions of democracy and liberty in Europe, and France now propose that they join the allies. How should you reply? Yes. France and Britain announce alliance. Calling upon the bonds forged during the Great War, France has requested a formal alliance with Britain, citing unspecified threats against the stability of Europe. Today their request was approved by the British Parliament, and France has joined the allies. We stand together. The Czechs are on their own, or Slovakia must be defended. The thing is, do we wanna support the, I don't know, well, historically, The Brits granted the annexation of Czechoslovakia, but we should, well, start the war earlier and hit the Germans, possibly unexpected, but I'm not sure of that, if that would be a good idea. Well, it's about France, allies. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say Czechoslovakia must be defended.
Ready to move.
Let's ready our army actually up right now, you never know.
Ready, sir.
Against the threats. The German threats.
Ready to move.
We have to link up with the British force in Somalia.
Attention.
The first British army, which is the first British African army, actually will attack, well, through that area, only through that area, into Libya. The Sweden crisis. German demands for the Sudeten border territory in Czechoslovakia, which is home to a considerable German minority, have intensified recently. At the summit held in Munich, Germany, Britain, France and Italy sought to find a diplomatic solution to the so-called Sudeten crisis. The talks appear to have failed, however, with both Britain and its allies, so thank you France, uttering stern warnings to Germany that if its troops crosses the Czechoslovakian border, the result would be war. The time seems to be running out for peaceful solution to the disputes. Well, now they joined the allies, so we didn't betray the Czechs. We certainly did not betray the Czechs. We are not that of a traitor, I can tell you that. We will stand together with our allies.
Orders.
So, our troops are moving into the territory. That's nice. To avoid troops pushing in, I will tell these
Listen up.
British and Australian troops
Yes,
also
sir.
to garrison the area down below here. So we don't need the unexpected push. Alright, research available. Go for encryption and decryption. Oh, the German Reich declared war on Czechoslovakia. The Great War is gonna break out already. I hope the French are ready. No focus sets. Here, uh-oh, call to arms. Czechoslovakia wants our help in the war efforts. Allies, France, enemies, German Reich. Uh-oh, oh, oh, uh-oh, 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 oh-oh. So what's that? Well, well, well. The World War will break out in 1938 because we have done a, well, better choice, but not so historical choice. So we're gonna accept that later. I have to ready my navy first because that came really, really unexpected. It's really, really certainly unexpected here. I have no submarine admiral. That's sad. He will go for convoy raiding in the English Channel, Bay of Biscay and Western approach of the Atlantic coast. Alright, it's about that navy. The home fleet here will get that admiral, go for patrol in the English, go for patrol in the English Channel, while my main navy here, the second home fleet, will get that admiral, go for search and destroy in the eastern North Sea and North Sea, as well as the second navy here. He will also go for search and destroy here. Search and destroy here. Alright, search and destroy. That's what it's. The Czechs are being attacked, so let's move here our tactical bombers into the territory of Lorraine. Except, well, we'll get the Esperanto, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm just gonna deploy my planes here from the reserve. 100 here and 100 in Cornwall, the rest in Cornwall. As a focus, since we are in war, I'll go for the industrial. Yeah, I have to go for that path still. But the world war is broken out already. The Germans are raging across the country. But we can hammer the German industry already. That's a good thing. That's a superb thing. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we'll get, of course, air priority in the English Channel. How are the Germans getting it? They have so many planes there, I can't actually believe it. They do have only 1,000 to 2,000 planes. Where do they get all of their planes from? Please, can someone explain me? Well, they're over here. Now we have air supremacy. Now we have complete air supremacy. Well, tactical bombers are gonna bomb the Eastern German industry only at nights. So close their spots. Bomb them. The close their spot will, yeah, pound to the German troops in Western Germany. That's it. But Czechoslovakia is fallen already. They are dead, the Czechs. They have basically surrendered. One oil, yeah, let's get it from the Soviet Union. Naval battle, of course, victory, what do you expect? The Wheelers 2 destroyers, the Germans lost 13 and 1 light cruiser. Don't mess, alright, Czechoslovakia is capitulated. Czechoslovakia is capitulated. When will the war begin? Come on. When will Italy join? It's a question, yeah, the Republicans are getting punished, just poured through the lines. Here, Algeria, France. Yeah, let's call all allies. Or they all joined. Oh, Italy has joined the Axis. Italy joined the Axis, therefore let's execute our plan. Attack and attack as well as attack. We are tearing through Italian territory. Let's lower the speeds. Things are getting intense, I'd say. Yeah, I don't have that many fighters actually. I have still a good amount, but not that many. And of course, here, my infantry divisions are gonna send to France. So here, that will be named European Theater. European Theater. European Theater. And they'll get the Field Marshal Alan Broke. They're gonna be sent to Dover and then into Germany. Right. They are reasserting the Eastern claims, although they are at war. They are at war, and well, the Soviets are doing the anti-fascist diplomacy. Let's see how things gonna turn out. I don't like that the Italians are marching into French territory down below here. Well, the French don't have to guard these areas. That's all I don't like all the AI. They are guarding some of this such unnecessary territory. That's unbelievable. We have minus 124 political power because we denied the Germans. Yeah, you know. Yeah, these troops are gonna help the French down below in the Alps. Finally, we got our Halifax bomber. That's correct. We got our Halifax bomber. Let's upgrade our artillery. But now I'm gonna here. Not Ridley, Halifax. Halifax, we have 45 air experience. Let's get. Okay, that's not modified right now. 7.9 per year. Let's see how things are gonna turn out. We are playing on veteran, don't forget that. Well, we are pouring through the Italian line of defense already. That's great. Pouring through.
Pushing them back, sir.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Others Okay, I want to do a major encirclement of the Italian troops here.
Orders!
Let's go for it. Well, now, Lord at war. We got so many troops? 20. 20 casualties. France lost 37. So this should meet Italy hopefully unexpected. And the French Navy should, yeah, also obliterate the Italian one, that's for sure. The Maginot Line is really important, therefore I will send these 7 into the... to guard the Maginot Line, because I can't trust the French of guarding it. So I'm gonna guard it instead. Then we have, yeah, these are all destroyers here, naval battle. With 1 Nimrod, 1 truck, there was 3 convoys. Sortie efficiency is reduced because carrier is operating into regions. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Reassess Eastern claims. Well, basically, what we can say, the World War started 1 year earlier than it did.
That's enough!
Real. Well, anyways, here we are doing really great progress in Africa, but I will take a break. So here a cut. But we are now in the World War. But thank you all for watching me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. I'm Sacred and I'm out. Have a good day to you all.